Welcome to our webinar on Wednesday, the 8th of April 2020. My name is Sebastian Bode, and also my second webinar, I would like to welcome all the participants from all over the world, as well as my colleagues Claudius, Axel, and Dirk from the service office in Bautzen and from home office. Hello, Axel.
Hello everyone, greetings from my sunny home office.
Hello Axel. Dirk.
Hello everyone, also I'm hello from Dessau in Germany, from the home of Bauhaus Architecture School.
Thank you for the marketing to the city, and at least Claudius.
Hello together, and yeah, enjoy your webinar. I hope we can answering all your questions.
Yeah, thank you. And that's the point. The three colleagues will take over the part of the questions, but how you can ask questions, I explain it later. As it is already tradition, the pickings on the Fensterbau Frontale were planned for today. As you surely have noticed, the fair has been postponed to June, but for various reasons we are not participating this year. But we can see in the next fair in January in Munich. Nevertheless, we have thought about a very, very exciting topic for today. We would like to, we are looking how you can get even more out of your LogiKal, but more about that later. Before we start, a few explanatory words. Those who have followed our webinars already before know how to use it, but I would like to explain it again for all of you. Depending on the device you use, I mean Windows iPad or Windows Surface or other devices, you have the possibility to contact us via the question window. Simply write your question in the window, send it to us, and this would be only sent to us and is not visible for the public. We will answer it directly to you, and you get it in the question window. If there are questions of the same kind, we ask more frequently. We try to include them in our webinar. Please also write if you have problems with the sound or video quality. And for that, one small hint before. To relieve your web connection, you could also connect the sound via telephone. Please stay with us after the webinar so that we can answer all questions. We will switch off the microphones, but we can communicate via chat fenster and question window. As usual, we will record this webinar, and it can be watched from the next week on various platforms like YouTube, Vimeo, and our homepage. Okay, back to the topic. How can you get even more out of your LogiKal? How do you have exactly the function available that you need? That's quite simple. LogiKal is built up modularly so that you can adapt flexibly the modules you need. So after the webinar, you know exactly which modules are possible, are available, and what you might miss. For this purpose, we start with our Bim module. In case you have already contact with Bim in your daily business, or if it is for soon, I can tell you that you are very well equipped with LogiKal. The interface offers many possibilities and makes the planning much easier. Also, a part of the planning is our wall connection. How do you currently consider wall connection? What do you do if you have to draw a small console or something like that for the production? Our CAD is designed directly for these situations. And I think the possibility with the wall connections is so great, and I would like to show you this later more in detail. So it doesn't matter if you have a machining center in use or not. You will see immediately that LogiKal can help you with the right module. It can take much of your work time out of your hands. And in addition, it can also increase your process security very much. So I said it, the fabrication is a very, very important step in the producing a window. And so wouldn't it be nice if this could be even more flexible, combining different projects and positions? That's not a problem with the fabrication units. Personally, I think digitization is very, very important and already pretty cool. And if you have the same opinion, you will be just enthusiastic after the webinar as I've been about the measurement interface. LogiKal is now very widespread all over the world. And of course, we are very, very pleased about it. In times where there's a lot to do, the cooperation between different companies becomes more and more important. So, and for this, you should have the possibility to exchange the data from LogiKal very, very easy. This is exactly what the module data import interface is for, and how it works, I will show you. Before we start with Bim, I would like to tell you briefly what I would like to show you at the end. You probably know the quote from the football player, the German football player Lukas Podolski. Doppelpass alone, forget it. With LogiKal, you cannot play football, but we also know that it is always harder to win on your own. Therefore, we offer different interfaces to very, very different programs. I will tell you more later. So, but we want to start with Bim. I've here prepared, digitization is advancing all the time. I can tell you that this does not stop working at the construction industry. A big buzzword here is BIM, Building Information Modeling. The planning should become digital. Does that have advantages? I think definitely. And with the Bim module, I can show you these right now. I prepared here a building in Autodesk Revit, and some of you will perhaps know it. It is our headquarters here in Leer. The goal is to send the information from Revit to LogiKal as easy and fast as possible, make it better, and send it back again. For this purpose, we have a plugin available which can be installed easily from LogiKal and then can be found here in the ribbon of Autodesk Revit. So, to show you how it works, we select here this small window. And we can transfer it with one click directly to LogiKal. So, the informations get packed and LogiKal opens automatically. And we create here a new project. So we can here select the needed folder and take a project name. Okay, we can also choose a quotation number and out of the address database, the data from our client. Every windows which are now in use are known windows from the normal LogiKal. So we go now through the project preferences. And a small tip, by the way, if you regularly use the same preferences, set them at global defaults, then you will be just as fast as I am here. Also, the creation of the position starts by its own. And we select here, when we can select here our system preferences window. Okay? And from Revit, the element size is transferred directly, and we have just to select the insert. The rest is fully automatic according to your project preferences. So we have now reached the position with additional information, e.g. about profiles and color and so on. And of course, this should be now integrated in our Revit model again. And as you can already see, this runs also automatically. For this purpose, the so-called Revit family gets updated and the additional informations were here assigned. So if we now select here the window again, and I can draw the building for that, we can see that the window looks like a real window in LogiKal. And on the left side, you see additional information like the system, supplier, and U value or the color. Isn't that wonderful simple? And of course, the whole thing works with many, many different elements. And if you don't have Revit and LogiKal available on one computer, you can also export these necessary files here and import them in LogiKal and bring them on the same way here back to Revit. I would say that you are definitely ready for the next or for the first BIM project. The next module on our journey is the CAD module. You probably know this from the most projects. There are more and more special components where you need a fast and easy CAD. Or you want to show the planner the wall connection for the element review. I already said at the beginning that the last thing is exactly what I want to show you, and when we are finished, you will surely share my enthusiasm. I prepared here almost complete wall connection. You can see here the inner wall and the outside insulation or the inner foils. So the outside plaster and the outside foil is still missing, and both can I complete here with an extra function for this. And with less clicks, it's ready. The same for the construction foil here. And our wall connection is ready. So now we want to save it. And you have surely the flexibility to save it where you want, but a hint from my side, LogiKal brings you an extra drawing part where you can put every of your drawings to find them very, very easy. So we call them wall connection 0, 1, save, and now we want to use it. For that, we changed to our project, which we have put in here from the Bim module. Perhaps you have already stumbled about the project wall connection here. Here you can easily create the right wall connection for your project. And that's what we want to do now. Also here we have to add a name, also wall connection 1. And now we have to specify the profiles on which the wall connection may be used. So this is important, that it is not possible to select the wrong wall connection at the wrong profile. That's pure precaution in this case. Now we can open the CAD directly from here and add the drawing. With a few clicks, I can add this drawing and position and change the position very easy. If it was too fast for you, for this CAD we offer special training courses and also for many other topics. And normally we are very happy to do this at your company, but due to the current situation, we have changed all our trainings to online trainings. So if you are interested in that, please contact us for more information and for the training. So what have we done so far? We have created the wall connection and added our drawing. When I look here at the connection, I think that the mounting is still missing. That's no problem here. With the right click, we can add any articles we have here in LogiKal. In this case, you know this window. It's the secondary article window, which you know from the normal input of elements. And then also this we can put here very fast. We do the same with an angle outside. And also this runs on the same way. Change the color here and say that it has to be 50 millimeters longer. And now our wall connection is really ready. So, but we want to use it at an element. So we go back, save this, and open our window we created a few minutes ago from our Bim module. So we want to add a wall connection, right, left, top. And here we see our project wall connection. And with one click, it is added at the section here. So that means you can prepare a wall connection for your elements and then put it on all elements you have in this project with easy clicks. So by the way, do you know the quickest way to get an overview of which components are included? If you made a right click here, we have here the parts list, and you see here everything which is calculated for this profile. And we see here also our articles from our wall connection. So that's the main point here, because you have the possibility with one wall connection to add the drawing for perfect sections, and you can add the articles you need. So you don't forget the screws or the angles and so on and so on. Everything you need for the wall connection. I think then that's just really great. And I think if you use it, you will enjoy it too. So, but we have more to do today. And so we will move to the next module. And the module is Machinings and Bar Drawings. As I said at the beginning, this module can also be of interest to you if you do not yet have a machining center in use. So that we can have a look at it, we will construct a door very fast. For this, I have here my favorite system door. It's an Herald system. We say OK, and with a few clicks, I can here put in the geometry of the window. Select the sections, and the door is ready. Okay, not ready at all. I want an add-on profile on the right side. Can here make a new add-on profile, and I've written down the article number I want to have, and now the door is ready. Okay, not really complete. We have to add the hardware for the door. For this selection, for the fast selection of the hardware, we want to use the function hardware configuration. What does that mean? You can save your hardware which you have chosen for a door earlier. You can save it for your project or for your whole company, and then every of your colleagues and yourself, you can take it later, and so you have very fast here the hardware at the door. And now our door is really finished. We come now to the part which is released by the module, the CNC machining part. In the first moment, this area is only informative because most of it is done automatically by LogiKal. For example, we take a look at the right frame. In the lower part of the screen, all the machinings you see all the machinings in an overview of all the profiles that fit here together. And if we take a deeper look on the add-on profile, we see here also the fixing of the add-on profile. I have to say for that, we have to define it one time. One time you define this fixing of the add-on profile, and after that, LogiKal put it every time if you use this add-on profile automatically. One time do you do the work, and after that, you can save money and thinking time. Okay, the same we can see here at the door. We can see here all the machinings for the hardware. So the needed information for that are contained in the data packages of the corresponding suppliers. So you don't have to do anything for that the machines are here automatically. But what if an additional machining is necessary? For this, you are here also at the right place, because you can program it by yourself. And as it is usual with LogiKal, this is also very, very easy. With a click on the new button, a new the window opens for free machinings. And this window we only have to fill in bit by bit. We start with the dimension of 1600 millimeters from the bottom of the profile, from the profile start, and have to choose from which side we want to have the machining. And after that, we have to choose the type, in rectangle pocket. So after that, you have to put in more information, like you have to choose the reference. So the reference means on which point the dimensions are set. Which point is where you see here in the drawing, and the machining should be outside, so we take 01 as the reference. Then we are asked for the position in y-axis. So, but if we don't know which is the y-axis or the z-axis or the x-axis, for this you have here an information which axis is for what. So we want to have this dimension, and if you don't know it, like me, you can say, look here in the CAD and take the measure. 49.4. Also very fast and easy. You put it here, set the length and the width, the corner radius, and the last thing which is needed is the depth of the machining. And that's much easier as the other points, because you can only have to click here in the profile where the machining has to be, and now we see the machining with every information, and the only thing we have to do is to confirm everything. And now we have here very fast and easy the additional machining for an access control on site. Simple, or? And but now the question arises how to get this information, which is so nice here in LogiKal. There are two variants. If you do not have a machining center in use, you can print the so-called bar drawings. And these bar drawings you can give easy with the other information like cutting optimization and so on directly in the production. We see it here, the frame, here are the machinings for the, as an example, corner connector. And every machinings are in this drawing for every profile. So with this, you save time because you don't have to look for in catalogs or in documentation of the hardware and so on, because you have everything here on the paper you need. The variant 2, if you have a machining center in use, with a special CNC export, you can send the files directly to the software of the machining center. So there is then no manual transfer necessary anymore. Everything goes digital and directly. And I think there's absolutely no faster and safer way to bring the information from LogiKal to the machining center. So while we are here on the topic of the manufacturing, have you ever thought about how you can make the optimization for your production even better? That you know what I mean, let's imagine the following situation. In the same week, you produce different projects, which may even be similar in color and system. So for this, it would be ideal if everything is optimized together and you could get the needed reports for all the work together. This would save a lot of time, money, and the overview for this, what you want to produce in this week, gets also better. This is exactly for what the fabrication unit module is in LogiKal. We can add such a fabrication unit just like in project. We have to choose a name. For week 18 as an example, and about the status we will talk soon. And now we can add here elements from different projects, and of course at first we take the element we have just import from our Bim module. So we want this window. Okay, great. To be able to really show the benefits clearly, I have prepared another project. So for this, we're adding another position. Okay, and now. So in this window, there are additional informations and additional functions. Here you see how much pieces from this positions are in the project, and you see how much pieces are already assigned of this position. So, and after that, there are 4 in the position in the project. 1 is in another fabrication unit, and in the lower part we see we can add 3 possible pieces, but we only want to have 2 in this time. So we have now summarized the elements from different projects here. And now we can get the reports you see on the left side. So for this, I've prepared a report group production. So, and if you're asking yourself now what a report group is, until the report webinar from my former colleague Henning Wagner, so I didn't even know what it is and what the advantages are. And the advantages and what it is you see here. With one click, in a report group, you can bring different reports together. And in a report group, you can put the reports together for the whole positions you want. So with one click, 3 or 4 or 5 reports. In this case, the position drawing, assembly list, and the cutting optimization. So if you're interested in this, you find on our YouTube channel, our new YouTube channel, the recording of this webinar. And if you have questions for that, don't hesitate to contact us. So, but back to what I actually want to show you. In the cutting optimization, you can see here the position from both projects that this have been optimized together. And with a hint here, the colleague in the production naturally keeps also an overview which profile belongs to which project. And a little hint, the whole thing also works for orders and so on. So, but there's one thing I did not tell you yet. What is the purpose of the status now? For this, let's change the status here from planning to production. And after that, so let's look in our project webinar on Wednesday. And yeah, as an example, we want to change the dimension of the window. And we see here now that this is not possible. If the element is in a fabrication unit, which has the status production, then the position is locked and I can't do any changes. Here is process security, the magic word. So the next point, did you actually notice that I skipped an important step before the elements were manufactured? Usually elements are measured again, so they fit later in any case. Here again, we imagine a situation. You drive to a new building in the bright sunshine, armed with paper and pen for a nice measurement. On the way, clouds come up, and punctually with the arrival at the building, it starts to rain. At the end of the story, you come back to the office soaking wet, and you should hang up also your measurement to dry. And everybody knows this. After that, your measurement isn't good to read. I think that's a very, very bad situation. Unfortunately, I can't prevent you from getting wet, but at least I can make your measurement really better. For this, there's a side dimension export with the matching smart measure app. For this, I show you the screen of my tablet here. So the first step in the LogiKal is very easy. You choose the position and you can export it very fast in a smart measure cloud, and from the tablet you can download it very easy on your tablet. We have here the project Orgadata with one window, and so let's start with the measurement. First, we have to assign where the window is, that everybody knows, okay, the window is there, I have to bring it here or so, and so on. The easiest way is with a photo. For this, I've prepared here a picture, and I can say, yes, this is the window which I would like to measure. After that, we take the dimensions. We start with the outer width, 1010, the inner width, 1060, and the same with the height, 2050, and outer 1600. So very easy, and here we can also add an additional information and so on. So we can also adjust directly at the construction side the dimension of the element. So this is important because you notice immediately if the element does not fit and if some dimensions from the wall or so is missing. So, and also you can add additional informations, something like pictures, or if you see here, in text. We take as an example cable top left. So, or anything else you want. So, and the best thing is you can send it directly via internet and the Smart Measure Cloud directly from the building in your office. Nobody has to wait. And if you change here the dimension of the window, it changes automatically in LogiKal, and the colleague in the office can bring it directly to the production. You lose very, very less time. So, but at least I want to come out. I'm incredibly forgetful. I took 3 steps and already I have forgotten the color of the window or something like that. If you feel the same way, I have a little topic for you. Of course, information about colors, profiles, and hardware, etc. are also available in the app. We see here in the top the the color and the system and so on. And here we see also the information about the profiles, fillings, and hardware. And of course, then in your question you want. So with that, you are now ready for an easy measurement on the building, and you have every time the right information for the planner or for the client. And I think from now on, it's let's go digital on the construction side. So now we come to the second last topic. And for this, I would like to make a short survey. So I start this one. And the question is, do you already work with other companies in the process of planning, construction, and production? Or do you have different locations from your company with different LogiKal installations? You can choose more than one answer. And I would like to have this survey 1 minute here. So, and in this point, I would like to say thank you for nearly 300 assemblies. Nearly 300 people. Thank you that you have connected with us, and that's really, really great. So we let it, 10 seconds the survey in, and after that, I will show you the results. Okay, 1 minute is gone. And I will close and show you the result. Okay, 43% said no. We have no partner companies and other locations of our company. 26% said yes, we have other locations, and 32% says yes, we have partner companies. I think that's really, really great. And the exchange to work with other locations or other companies should have to be very, very easy. And in the basic version, you have the possibility very easy to, okay, I have to change again to LogiKal, very easy to export a special LOB file with the project, and on the same way, you can import the project with from this LOB file. But what happens if you use your own global wall connections or hardware in the project? With the module data import interface, it is very, very easy. For example, I have here my own log, and with the right click, I can say that I want to export it. I can save this special OSE file everywhere I want and send it to the colleague in the partner office. So what has he to do? That's also easier. I want to show it to you soon. So he goes also in the user database and took the data set import. There he can choose the special OSE file and have the data in his own LogiKal. So, and the import, when you import different things like connection, like wall connections, hardware, and so on, that goes then everything automatically. So you have the possibility to transfer any articles like wall connection, floor finishes, everything what's in the database between different LogiKal installations very, very easy. And you and your partner are always on the current status, and you can use LogiKal even better. So now we come to the last point. Oh, I've seen that nobody can see what I've done yet. Okay. now, okay, then I will show you again shortly what you have to do if you want to exchange data. Sorry for that, a small mistake by myself. Here with the door hardware, I show you how to export your own log as an example. Export it, and the special OSE file you can send to your partner company and so on. So the import is also very easy. Here in the file transfer, we have the data set import. We choose the special OSE file, and then everything goes automatically. So now, sorry for that, but now we come to the last point. The last point is that many of you surely use other programs besides LogiKal, e.g. Athena, ER+, or many other possibilities. All software solutions have only one goal. They should make your life easier, save money and time. And I think that it doesn't fit together if the transfer to another program has to be done manually. This takes too much time, and if we are honest, that is really too buggy. My advice to you, if you have other software solutions in use or plan to purchase them, don't hesitate to contact us. There are already many interfaces to many software solutions, and if something is currently not available, especially in the ERP area, we will of course try everything to make the ideal interface for you possible. So in this sense, I hope that I could show you clearly what else is possible with LogiKal and the modules. And colleagues, are there till the end any questions of the customers? Dirk? Okay, Claudius?
Yeah, there's still a few questions open, but we are still in work with this.
Yeah, perfect. So at this point, thank you to the colleagues that they answer all the whole questions from you, and thank you for asking the questions. And as in the last webinar, if you are interested in more information, you can simply take part in the following survey. And if you are interested, we will call you soon. And if your question is not answered yet, please stay here. And for this, have a nice week, nice Easter, stay healthy. Thank you. Until then, bye.